So, guys, I don't know whether Nigerians just react the way they just feel like, or the so-called leaders are the ones making them to react in an abnormal way. Like abnormal things have become normal thing, or they want us to believe that we have to abide with that abnormalities, which is really confusing here. How can someone say that a civil servant earning above 67,000 naira must donate 25%, according to Governor of Kaduna State, Erufai? Saying civil servants taking home above 67,000 naira in Kaduna must donate 25% of their salaries to help the less privileged in the state. This is part of the agreement reached to control the spread of coronavirus in the state. Also, all commissioners, permanent secretaries, special advisors, and heads of agencies will each donate 500,000 naira in April. Afterwards, they will donate 50% of their salaries until the quarantine ends. The Kaduna state government has directed all its senior appointees, including commissioners, permanent secretaries, special advisors, and heads of agencies, to each donate 500,000 naira in April 2020. In subsequent months, they will donate 50% of their salaries until the quarantine ends. Other categories of political appointees will also be making monthly donations to support the provision of relief to the low-income, poor and vulnerable residents of the state. Career public servants earning a net pay of 67,000 naira and above after tax will also donate 25% of their pay monthly while the quarantine conditions are in place. No public service servant will have less 50,000 naira monthly to manage in this emergency period. We are obliged to demonstrate that as government workers, we care enough for others to donate part of our earnings for their well-being. As a state government, we are also seeking donations from high net worth individuals, the private sector, and development partners to support our efforts to contain COVID-19 and its consequences. The state government has also extended the lockdown by 30 days. It, however, exempted Wednesday for movement. The only people exempted for the lockdown are in essential services such as health workers, the fire service, water corporation, electricity distribution, and security personnel. Tankers conveying fuel to petrol stations are also permitted to move. Businesses in the food and pharmaceutical value chain are exempted and shall enjoy the protections accorded to other essential services. So I just believe that, yeah, if somebody wants to give something, most especially those who are getting 67,000 naira, what is 67,000 naira in the first place? For those of them who are getting fat allowances and salaries, of course, you can do whatever you want to do. And most importantly, you don't even force people. I don't know whether these people came together and agreed, or is just the one using his power to tell them that this is what is going to happen. Of course, even when they are in the meeting, when they suggest it, because majority of them will not want to say, oh, I don't want, so that it won't be as if, oh, I'm the only one who is objecting this thing, so that they will not look me as a bad person. But within them, majority of them will not agree to that. So I don't know whether giving something or trying to give somebody something is supposed to be, you have to be compelled. It's something that's supposed to come from your mind. How much, even if you receive 100,000 naira in this present dispensation, how long is it going to take you, depending on the numbers of your family size. And apart from that, even a single person, 67,000 naira, how will somebody cope? Judging from the fact that things are very, very expensive, 67,000 naira. So even if you have 10 people in your family, you have 5 people in your family, but what it's trying to say is that at least you will take 50,000 naira home. I don't just understand. I don't know whether the people agreed that they will want to donate that, or you just try to force it on them. And because most of the time, you are not supposed to object or to criticize your leaders. That is the way they have structured it. They want people to move in that line. That's why I always say the abnormalities have become the normal thing. You can imagine that kind of a thing. Everybody will just be quiet. They will not want to say anything, but they will go behind and begin to say otherwise. So I don't know if really they want to agree to those who get millions of naira. Good and fine. And that one is even debatable, because you cannot just take somebody's salary and say you want to do this. The question we are always asking, do they save for the rainy day? These are the same governors that at the end of the day, they will get a pension for life, all manner of amenities. He can afford it because they have a lot of allowances which they get. Now, you are telling people to donate this kind of amount of money. At the end of the day, like we all know, every day, every now and then, they will go to Abuja to go and be collecting this allocation. What have they brought to the table? What are the things? And every state, if you really check deeply, every state has one natural resources or the other. They will not tap into it. They will be telling you, oh, the federal government is this, is that. Why can't they fight it? Why can't they fight it? They will not say, oh, it is not in the exclusive whatever list or concurrent list or residual list, all manner of lists. They will just be talking about giving an excuse. If you know that you have all of those things, the federal government is not doing anything, and you that you're supposed to do something, have that control over your state so that you'll be able to generate money. No, they are not doing that. All they do is just for them to go and collect money being that is they've gathered from crude oil, and that is just the only thing. Nobody wants to think. Nobody wants to think among these people. Then they will be telling youths are lazy, and majority of them are there. They are so lazy they cannot even think outside the box. They can't even do the needful. What are they bringing to the table? No, it's just to collect allocation every month. That is what they do. What have they been doing? Even with the allocation they've been getting, what have they been doing with it? That they to make sure that the educational system is okay, the health sector, all the sectors are okay, the infrastructure is in place. No, they won't do it. Now you still want to the salaries that are not even being paid as at when due. Even if you pay it, have you ever asked these people who are getting the 67,000 naira how they have been faring? I don't know. Like I said, whether the people accepted it or they agreed it together, maybe it was done on an agreement. Who knows? But let's hear what the Nigerians are saying, because you want to fight COVID-19. So you have to still stress the people that are receiving peanuts. Someone says a symptom of failed governance. The poorly paid civil servants are now to donate from the stipend called salary, whether stipend or stipend, whichever way. How much does he spend in a month in his house? Maybe he thinks civil servants don't have a family and relations to help as well, which is a good point. I don't think this man is totally healed of coronavirus or COVID-19. His head needed to be checked. Maybe something is wrong there. Instead of telling criminal politicians, elites in your state to donate, you are here telling civil servants with their basic salary to donate 50% or 25%. Why not tell them to donate 100%? Before you know it, other states will begin to copy useless policy in Kaduna state. It's unfortunate. Another person says yet, leave the billions that they have stolen, sent previously on error, stolen and not stole. Even if they are to donate it, the civil servants should donate it to the masses directly, not to the government that will loot it again. Useless sets of people. Is the money even enough in the first place for the civil servants? Is money enough? Just like somebody said, they have a lot of people that oh my goodness, that they are calling. You think that anybody receiving salary in this country is for you and your family alone? No. Unless maybe you are in that category that you always see calling people to help you with money. But if people just know that, or at least to a very large extent, you are a bit stable, people will be calling you. So because that money is not meant for you alone, you are the only one that will work it, but you are not the only one that will spend it. You have friends, you have neighbors, you have families that will be calling you from time to time, even if you don't even want to give them, or if it's not even enough for you, you still have to squeeze yourself. So I don't know what these people think. I don't know. Like somebody said, whether I don't just know. It's very unfortunate. What is wrong with the security vote, Malam? Which is true. I think one of the Southeast governors, I can't even remember the particular person that has been using his security vote for this pandemic. So what happens to that? That's a big question. Nigeria civil servants, all high on your salaries, up all of you are the least pay in the world. Oga Governor, what about your security vote? Donate that also with your salaries. How can someone survive with his 7K? Talk less of donating 25% of it. There's real madness in Nigeria. God save the Nigerian civil servants. How about those billions donations? Shame on you, El-Rufai. How about the ones you are hiding? Why don't you start by giving them back to the state? Then the big looters must continue looting. Evil, shameless, corrupt, wicked Men, no lockdown relief package for the poor, civil or public servants. Now, salary reduction. Remember that many of them are having huge numbers of dependents. Exactly, including those that are jobless. God will surely give to those people what they deserve, so much that all start calling the devil, and the devil himself will turn back on you. What happened to the billions in your accounts? Someone says your fake COVID-19 result to sick pay cut from civil servants. I think El-Rufai is really thinking out of the box. Kudos to you, Malam El-Rufai. Someone say you are compelling the citizens to pay for the consequences of the virus you and your cohort imported into this country. May you perish with your generation. This man is a tyrant and a monster. Just imagine what evil he is planning to work as. NLC must rise up to the occasion. Forget NLC. Forget them. They are not going to do anything. They are not going to do anything. What kind of a country is this? And somebody will tell you, so do you think these people are first-class citizens in their country? They will tell you, oh, some people are running to other countries. Oh, I prefer to be in my country. You are even fifth-class citizen. Even if you are a fifth-class citizen in another country, it's better than this place. And we've seen with this COVID-19, a lot of our people who are in other countries, they are treated as a first-class citizens, and we that call ourselves, oh yes, oh I can't do this and that, oh I prefer to be here. What are you gaining? We're just deceiving ourselves, and that's just the truth. We are deceiving ourselves. Oh, I prefer to be in my country. I prefer to do this and this and that. And the kind of suffering that we are going through in this country is far, far more than the ones that are in another country. You can imagine. It's unfortunate. Some governors don't even think before talking. How much has government support each of civil servants in this period of lockdown? What do they pay them? Because normally these people pay tax, because they are copying all of this from all this Western world, all those Western world. The people who are getting money are the ones that are paying taxes, and according to what you pay, that's what they are giving you back as a palliative, or they transfer the cash into your whatever. But now they are not giving these people any money because they have been paying their taxes, where this is the time for the government to even give them something, even as they are at home, or maybe they are going to be paying them their salary as government whatever. I don't even know, because they will just copy anything and they think everything is fine. So guys, let us hear your opinion, what you think about what a governor of a Kaduna state is telling the workers to slash their salaries 25%, 500,000, and so on and so forth. What do you think? Leave your comment below and let's have your take.